clearly what you're talking about is we can invest directly with you in these developments and in property, and we can get returns. But how exactly does that work? You need to explain to us why this is a novel approach.
Yeah, I'll go through it. I don't know if it's that novel, but it's certainly relatively simple. And
okay, it's novel
Gareth,
to me. It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
something I'm well.
Sure, Gareth. Just as an aside, before I go into our flow, I think it's important to know that investors now are becoming a lot more savvy, and they want a lot more transparency, because with all the information out there, I'd hazard a guess, and I'm happy to be contradicted on this, but I would say that the majority of investors don't have a clue about how their returns manifest. And it doesn't matter if you're investing in equity funds or unit trusts or hedge funds or even the money market. So we're not trying to be too clever. We are just saying this is the exact flow. You can see exactly how your money flows, and you can see exactly how the returns manifest. And I think that transparency has made a big difference to people's understanding and their willingness to invest, of course. Okay. It's a very simple flow from attorneys into the project, linked to a particular unit. Once that sells and transfers, the funds become available to pay you back. And we're very fortunate, Gareth. I mean, our retention rate of investors, that's guys going from one funding cycle to the next, it's exceeding 80% at the moment. So a lot of the guys opt to go into the next funding cycle.
Have you already got some developments up and running? Why is this something that people might want to be involved in? Where can they actually see the bricks and mortar that you spoke about earlier?
So our strategy for the last 6 or 7 years was to focus in Cape Town. So we've focused on small to medium-sized projects in the Cape Town area, just because we think the fundamentals in Cape Town are a little bit better.
Sure, and demand is high, right?
The market's good, it's stable, the local economy is pretty good, so all those markers are in place. So we've our last sort of 5 or 6 to 7 years has been in sort of the northern parts of Cape Town, the Blouberg, Parklands areas, and our next 3 years we've got our investable pipelines already set, and they're all in the northern suburbs of Cape Town, which is the traditional Afrikaans areas just north of Durbanville, which are very, very stable economically, very low rental vacancy rates, very good property absorption rates. So and it's the middle income sector, Gareth. We didn't mention that. So all our stuff is around about the 1.5 million mark as well.
People are always going to ask, how can we trust you? And you explained with that flow diagram that it goes into attorneys' trust accounts and so on. But how do we actually get involved? I mean, can we pick up the phone and speak to you? Can we come and see you? Do you guys have a reputation that we can rely on?
Yeah. So just to answer it, there are a number of questions in there, a number of comments, guys. So the one is our website is very easy. It's www.opportunity.co.za, and guys can go there and get certain information. We've been in the same office building for 15 years, so we're pretty easy to find from a bricks and mortar point of view. If you want to come pop in and have a coffee with us, I'm actually sitting in one of our boardrooms right now. So cheers to that.
I like
our office number is 021 919 9944. For guys to get hold of us, and we're happy. We do face-to-face, we do Zoom, we do telephone calls, etc.
And what are you busy with at the moment? Give us an idea of what you guys are doing right now in terms of those developments.
The project that we started off with in February, we're into another funding cycle for that. That's a 61-unit apartment complex in Brackenfell, in northern suburbs of Cape Town. There we go. That's what the finished product will look like in about 15 months from now. All 2-bedroom apartments. Yeah.
Sears got all the pictures and everything. This is great. All right. Well, listen, Nick, I mean, you gave us the website. That's the best place to find you. Obviously, we go to opportunity.co.za. Sounds great. Yeah. And you know what? People have got to find ways of making their money work for them. And I just love the fact that you guys are trying to adopt new and interesting ways of doing that, where people can actually be a part of the process. And, you don't need to be a multi-million rand private equity firm to do developments. Now you can get involved with you.
Yeah, exactly. So I think the great thing is as well, Gareth, is we've been doing this. Our team has hell of experience. We've been in this game a very long time. But the main thing is, from an investor point of view, it's quite a symbiotic model, which because we get or the businesses in this structure get to be more flexible, more efficient, and profitable, while investors are getting really good returns as well. So it's a win-win. And I don't know if you'd agree with me, but I think that's really how business ought to be conducted going forward, is where all parties involved win.
Absolutely, and there is a way to make that happen. It's not a zero-sum game. I think that
Exactly.
Many people will be interested in the idea of getting involved in property, particularly in the Western Cape, and doing these developments where there is a huge demand. It's good to hear from you, and thanks for clearing up some of the things that we do and don't know about the market itself. It's good to see you. Thank you, Nick.
Pleasure, Gareth. Nice to have chatted to you. Cheers. Ciao. Bye-bye.
Sure. There's Nick Morgan. Isn't that cool? You can take a look at what they're up to, opportunity.co.za.